Z gave a hint for who the next character will be, and it's that the next character's name starts with an N. Now, I'll be frank here, I think it's Nobara or Nanami. If you want to know the reason why, then stay till the end of the video to hear the reasoning behind it. But it's your answer if you came to this video solely to hear that. For the rest of you who want to know why, I came to that conclusion through process of elimination, and then a little bit of hints that Z's thrown around over the time the game's been in development. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for consistent information about Jujutsu Shenanigans, and let's talk about why I think it's Nobara or Nanami. First, let's start with what characters have N starting their name. Noritoshi Kamo from Kyoto High is a possibility, but I don't think he's getting added because there's no reason to add that fraud whose only defining characteristic is his ability to shoot arrows, over Choso, who's a beloved brother that we all love. All of the Kyoto High students are frauds anyway, with the sole exception of Todo, who's barely seen alongside them anyways, so I don't see any of them getting added besides Todo, unless Z decides to add in Miwa as an April Fool's joke or something. Or maybe Muta as a Genos reskin, or anything dumb like that. This also rules out Momo too. We can also rule out characters who obviously couldn't be put into a fighting game. That gets rid of Junpei's mom, the guy who Mei killed, the girl who got turned into a waffle by Sukuna, and this one Zenin who Maki killed. With that out of the way, it comes down to Naobito and Naoya, who can both be merged together because they both use the exact same technique, Nobara, and then Nanami. Now look, I initially thought it was guaranteed to be Nobara, until I looked at Z's messages and found out that he said he'd add Nobara, but not soon. If we're interpreting that as him doing some other character work, like on Mahito and Megumi, before adding her, then yeah, she could be added. It's actually a plausible interpretation, since Z's already working on 2 early access characters, so that's how my coping ass wants to interpret it. Because Nobara seems like she'd be such a fun setup character to play. She has the most hints pointing towards her from Z's Nobara posting, and general favoritism towards her, but also the most stuff against her from what Z says, solely because of how none of the other characters were really given much attention. Also, if you think that the old sneaks and work on Nobara mean anything, well, they're gone now. There's still a hint towards her getting added, just significantly less strong. That's why I think it's Nobara, because I'm choosing to interpret Z's message as him wanting to finish up Mahito and Megumi, which is what he should be doing before he adds in Nobara, which could take a while. If we're taking that message to mean that Nobara isn't next, it's probably Nanami. Z has literally never said Naoya, Naobito, or even the word projection in his Discord server. Nanami, on the other hand, has a little bit of gifs posted by Z. This could of course be some elaborate ruse to throw me off, but if Z has never even talked about a character, it counts against him a lot. Nanami would also honestly be boring for this kind of game, at least from how I imagine it, but maybe Z could do something fun of him revolving around his 7-3 curse technique. That's all there is to say about who the next character in the game will be. My ratings in terms of how likely the next character will be is Nobara first, Nanami second, and Naoya third. Tell me in the comments what you think the next character will be, with your own explanations behind it. With that, the video is over. Subscribe to my channel for more updates on Jujutsu Shenanigans, and I'll see you next time in my next video. I'm Noob Eternally, and have a good day. Bye.